WWE fans, welcome to the Backstage Jabronis. I'm Jeremy York. He's Daniel Snyder. We are the tag team champions of all things WWE media. And boy, have we got a lot to talk about this week. So, as always, how are you, tag partner?
I'm doing pretty good, holding it down.
I hear you. I mean, fun thing is we get a PLE to talk about next week. And spoiler alert, WWE got both of us. We both broke down and bought that triple bundle, and I am in the process of wearing that thing out daily.
What PLE are we talking about next week?
Crown Jewel, I believe.
Oh, that's this weekend or next
Next
weekend?
weekend. Next week. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. It may if it's not next weekend, it's the one after. It's within the next 2 weeks.
Okay. I mean, that'd be weird for them to have it 2 weeks apart, but hey, it is what it is. They can't do much
They're
worse than they did. They can't do much worse than they did in this past one.
right.
This was a
Exactly.
horrible. The first PLE that you're going to put on ESPN, and this is what you give us. The matches looked good on paper.
Yes.
The outcomes is what I was not happy with.
Though it was very clunky. It was not as fluid as usual.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we'll get into that.
I mean, granted, spoiler alert, you got three correct and I got four correct, but yeah, I'm not exactly that excited by that many of them because of the same reason. Um, any match you want to start with first? Want to jump out to you?
We can just start at the top, man. Probably
Okay,
the
you
worst one
want
of the night.
to Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer?
Oh no, I'm talking about the match that started the show.
Um, oh, I got them in reverse order. Cena versus Brock.
Yeah.
It if they were trying to throw back to what when they lined up last time around, they did a real good job of showing why that needed to be a one-off.
To me, they did a real good job of showing why it didn't need to happen.
Yeah, because here's the thing: Brock's not going to be on TV for a bit. It's going to be a minute before he comes back. So what in the world was the? I know it was Cena who apparently made the call because Cena was supposed to go over in this match, and he said absolutely not. I'm here on my way out to help everybody as much as possible. So Brock goes over. Well, the only problem
Brock
was
didn't
is
need
now
no
Brock's
help.
going to be scarce again.
Brock didn't need no help.
No, he don't.
He didn't need no pushing. And not 100% sure outside of maybe Cena wanting to wrestle the people that he came up wrestling. Not 100% sure on why this match even happened.
They want to bring Brock back into the fold. Easiest way is to take out somebody like Cena. I get that part, but it doesn't do anything for like a broader story. So this was not even a dream match because it was like best way to describe it. Same way I said earlier. This was the clunkiest match. It was not fluid at all. These looked like two guys fresh out of wrestling school who had never seen each other before, and it showed.
And I mean, they could at least had something happen somewhere in it or at the end to lead up to what John Cena's next match is going to be. They didn't even do
Yeah,
that. It was just a match to be there. And like I said, to me, it was a waste of a match. It was a waste of a John Cena's last appearance in whatever town they were in. I think it was Indianapolis.
yeah.
Um, I've heard rumors that I don't know how true they are, but that he's going to be going against AJ Styles at Crown Vic. How did this get set up?
Apparently, this was booked months ago that these two were going to cross paths more than likely at Crown Jewel, partially because they're both allowed to travel into that country, which we say all the time. It's, oh man, what happened? How come this whole group of people weren't on this PLE? Well, they're probably not allowed either to fly or they're not allowed to fly into that country. So, uh, but these two, they wanted these two to wrestle again because AJ's probably within his last year, Cena obviously within his last couple months. They want one more time to line these two up. Uh, but quick note on that other one: the best part of the Cena Brock match was Paul Heyman doing the intro. But it made no sense because he's not going back with Brock. Brock's not joining the Vision. It's just a complete one off that had nothing to do with anything. But I look forward to AJ versus Cena. It's going to be
Yeah, I think
good.
it's gonna be great. We'll talk about that when we talk about Crown Vic. But um, I Brock Lesnar was brought up again this past either SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah,
It might have been SmackDown by Cody Rhodes.
I think it was. So, that
Um,
sounds right.
yeah. Um, I mean, I guess speaking of Cody Rhodes, we could probably get into his match if you just want to jump around. Him against
Yeah.
Drew.
Um, it's. I'll start with this, and I'll let you weigh in on it. It's getting to a point where I'm even considering pushing aside the respect or fanfare that I have for his opponent. I'm real close to not watching any more Cody Rhodes matches. I'm just tired of them.
Yeah. They're shoving him down our throat like they did John Cena and kind of like they did Roman Reigns during the period of that people were hating Roman.
Well, and
Roman
like they
had to,
did with Steph, I had to do the about face on Steph because when I stepped back from it, I realized that's why I didn't like Seth was because they were shoving him into our faces so much. And I was like, wait, I actually like Seth Rollins a good bit. It's just because he was just pushed so far forward that I was just getting tired of it.
yes, yes, and that's unfortunate for Cody because I feel like there's a lot that he could do if they would. I mean, I feel like he can
Oh
make
yeah.
his own without being shoved down our throat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a
Um,
big fan of Cody and the whole Rhodes family. I mean, he's my fourth favorite Rhodes family member, probably possibly fifth, but still, I like the entire family. That's like saying, you don't like part of the bloodline. I like everybody in that family. It's just if you got to start ranking them, just somebody's got to be fifth.
and I'm wondering what Drew McIntyre has done to WWE to become the scrap goat.
I do know he is about to be off TV for a minute, and it may have went into the decision to book him here so that he would lose. He has picked up a very cool side gig.
What's his side gig?
He
Losing someplace
is
else?
he is he is going to be in the new Highlander movie with Batista and all of those people.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, he
But he
has
was
picked
just
up a
on
side gig to be in a
SmackDown.
really cool movie.
He was just on SmackDown picking a fight with somebody else. Um,
I don't know
who
when he
was it?
goes to start doing all that, but probably within the next handful of weeks. It might be a month away, but that's probably why you wouldn't give him a title run. Although
But why would you even put him in the match? It didn't make
Cody
sense
Rhodes
to
has
have him in the
been
match.
about the Cody Rhodes has been champ for all this time, and yet he's like hit or miss because he keeps having to go do the Street Fighter movie. So I mean, I guess
And
Drew could be champ and do the same thing.
who was it that he had an altercation with on SmackDown this past Friday? Did you see SmackDown?
Last night, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Drew was on SmackDown. He had a boot on because he in the match he hurt himself. I'm trying to remember who it was that ripped the boot off of him. I don't know.
Was it Orton or
Um,
somebody?
no, because Orton came out there and helped Cody in the Braun and Braun, the Bronson
Okay.
situation. It wasn't Damien. Who was it?
Yeah, he's already done with Damien. Outside of Sheamus, who's kind of just out there. But it's probably a big time player.
It was somebody, and I was like curious. It made me wonder because I know at the end of I'm moving it around because I want to see now if I can't find out. I know at the end of um I think it was Raw or at the end of the premium live event. Um, Drew went back there to Triple H and he was complaining pretty much about always losing, talking about I'm done, which he did before. Um, Speaking of the match, though, it was a decent match. Cody puts on decent matches. It's just they keep putting him over. I obviously picked.
Oh, it was Jacob Fatu,
That's who it was. Thank you, sir, for finding that. I was looking up.
who finally is back
Yes,
on TV.
yes. Jacob Fatu confronted him. That's going to be a good little battle there between them two. Um,
But
I'm glad
now
they're
we have an
taking.
idea who's going to win it.
Well, I'm glad they're taking Jacob away from the bloodline and letting him
Yeah,
compete with other people.
yeah,
But the Drew and Cody match, it was a good match.
it was.
Didn't like the way it ended. I hate that Drew
No.
keeps getting beat. But yeah, that's that.
What do you dislike more, Drew not getting wins when he should, or Cody winning when he shouldn't?
Ooh,
It's pretty
ooh,
close.
man. You know what? I'm gonna go with Cody winning when he shouldn't. That I dislike that more
Yep.
because
That's why I'm
if
kind
the
of, hey, Cody wants to call out Brock Lesnar. Oh, let's bring it. I want to see this.
or I would like to see Brock Lesnar take the title off. See, but I don't want Brock having the title again. So I don't agree with that. I just want to see Brock go down there and
Mm,
beat him up.
yeah, yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
And
What
cost
match
him
you
the
want to go
title
to?
to somebody else.
Yeah, drop the title to
Hey, how about this guy?
I'd love to see LA Knight. Yeah, with the title, but he's over there on Raw now. I mean, he could always come back.
Yeah.
Um, what match we going to next?
Well, if we're going bottom to top, the way I got him listed, up next was this guy and his girl, CM Punk and AJ Lee picking up the win over Seth and Becky. This still, it wasn't as fluid as I thought it would be, but actually, I liked a lot of the things they did in this match. I thought they did a good job of pairing off. They did a good job of the women smacking the men a couple times. Uh, at one point, Seth had AJ Lee in a
Yeah,
what do you call that? Sharpshooter or whatever, right?
I mean, there was one time when AJ Lee had Seth in her move, and Seth
The
was slipping some fingers in some place.
her ear. It was her ear for the
Yeah,
PG listeners watching.
yeah, huh. But um, yeah, I agree. This one was a little weird. For this match was strictly to reintroduce AJ pretty much again, let her get some action. Her what is that move? What is her move where she puts them in where they tap out? What is that called?
I think I've heard it called a tarantula. I think she calls it something else, but it's called something. It's because like Jonathan Gresham does it here locally, and I mean across the world, and he calls it like the octopus hold or something like that. But he's known as the octopus, so it's like a tarantula. It's got a name to it. I don't remember exactly.
I feel like it doesn't look as fluid as it used to when she did it
Right.
in her previous. It looks clunky a little bit. It almost looks like she doesn't even have it on them. They're just holding her up on their back.
Which is a lot of what that move actually is. Spoiler alert there. A lot more of it is you're going to hold my body weight and I'm just going to kind of hang out.
Yeah.
Which is why you would tap out. You just get tired of holding them and you don't want to dump them, so you just go, "All right, I'm out."
Yeah, I guess. But we both knew that it was going to be her beating Becky
Sure.
to set up the match that they're actually going to have at Crown Vic, I believe, right?
I believe so.
Am I calling that right? Is it the Crown Vic or some
No,
shit? What is it?
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel. Okay, I like Crown Vic better. Um,
Crown Vic is that car outside.
it's a car, yeah. I like Crown Vic better. But I'm about to take my dog out. Um, are they wrestling at Crown Jewel?
I
I think
believe
it was set
so.
up. I think it was set up.
It'd be kind of dumb
I,
to skip that one, but I mean, also, as long as they're both allowed to travel there, then I could see that being a thing.
okay. The match. This might have been. I'm trying to think. There's two other matches. There's
Yep.
the EO, and what was the other one? The
Usos versus
Bronson, the
the
tag
Braun.
team.
Yep.
You know what? This was probably the third best match on the card because
I
the
agree.
next two matches were better.
Absolutely. I was about to say the next two, I would have a hard time picking which might be the best.
I agree. I agree, and it's um yeah. So which one we going to? We're going to save the championship match for last.
Yeah, let's talk about that one. Even though I feel like our time to do that is coming to a close very soon, and man, it's once again. the same way that they said that he was like Daniel Bryan and you need to cash in when you can, and they kind of botched that one. Boy, I think they're about to botch this too. You got a guy who is outselling everybody else about 4-1 in merchandise, and you want to flip him heel where nobody's going to buy his shirt anymore.
People will still buy his shirt. It'll still get
Maybe
bought, just
that's you.
not as many, not as many.
No.
Um, it was a good match.
Yes.
These four guys performed, but all four of them are great. I was watching it and I got confused on when Jay got busted open. It took me
Yeah.
rewind and watch, or when I think they did the replay because they were also trying to figure out. And it happened when he hit Braun Breaker and he brought
I
it
think so.
back up and hit himself on accident. He didn't sell it, but you see him
No,
wipe his head and it was pouring pretty heavily. And let me get a shout out to LA Knight.
I was about to say we got to bring him up.
Cause you could tell Jay it might have concussed him a little bit
Maybe.
because you hear LA Knight go over there and say spear. You actually hear him say spear. And then Braun spears him. He spears Jay.
Yeah.
Also, you kind of see LA kind of.
Oh, he checked on him a couple different times. A couple were blatantly obvious, and a couple of them, unless you
Yes,
know where to look,
yes.
you didn't see it.
And what was weird to me was there at the end when Braun Breaker speared them both through that table.
Yeah.
Jay pushed LA Knight out, like LA was right next to him, and he just kind of shoved him out the way, like
Yeah.
to the side. I was confused on that. Um,
Yeah. It.
Maybe he was checking on him at that time, and Jay was like, "Watch out, we're about to do the finish."
I think so.
Um,
That's what it looked like.
yes, but it was. I like this Bronson and Braun. I think when they do split, that's going to be a great match. You're going to see
Oh yeah.
Braun Breaker's strength at its greatest
He can pick
as he
Bronson up.
lifts. Yeah, as he lifts Bronson up. And Bronson's a sturdy dude. He reminds me a lot of Otis, but more athletic.
Yeah.
That's how thick
He.
he is.
I mean, I don't even think this is a. It's so hard. He's like part like one man gang, or as people might know him, Hakeem. He's more that. He's like part that, but then he's part like Bam Bam Bigelow, where he can just go.
I would even throw some Vader in there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
I'd say maybe Vader and Bam Bam.
Yeah. I would go with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was
But
a good
that
match.
leaves.
That was a good match.
Yeah.
But yeah, that leaves the championship match.
And even though I picked the other lady in the match to win, I did not have a problem whatsoever with Stephanie Vaquer getting her first title. Because I think there's a lot more they can do with it. And I think they're already starting to do that. The way they're pushing it, they're having the tie in to her dad and calling out her dad being there. And so she's going to be super, super face for a good bit, like just as straight down the middle as possible. And there's a good bit of heels you can dance against her. And I actually think in probably her second opponent is probably going to be Becky Lynch.
Once Becky drops the belt.
Correct.
So who do you think her first opponent's going to be?
I mean, and I'm not counting if they do an Io Sky rematch because that's possible. Let's talk about that. What about Asuka?
I feel like they've got too much going on with Asuka and
This is why I think she'll
Io
step in there
and
and step in front of Io and go, "No, you lost. You get out of the way." And Adam
Asuka,
Pearce goes,
Io, and Rhea, because Asuka
"Yeah,
and Rhea's got something going on right now.
they do."
I feel that's going to be turned into a tag team thing with Io and Rhea and Asuka and Kyrie, and that's
Yep,
going to go a little bit. And I feel like that could lead to a tag team title match
yeah,
eventually.
I can
Whoever
see that.
wins, I could see, but eventually Asuka and Kyrie are gonna go their separate ways as well. Asuka's
I
gonna
believe that.
be a solo heel, and then I could see maybe Asuka being her second or third. I'm just wondering who the first is going to be because the Becky and AJ, the Becky and AJ is going to be going for a minute. I see them that Becky AJ is going to last all the way until Survivor Series. I think after Survivor Series is when that'll end.
I what if when Kyrie split from Asuka, it's because Asuka is going to be done. You know how old she is? I was close when I guessed, and I just looked it up.
She's 39, I believe. 38, 39. No, no, she's same age as me. That's right, 44.
She is
Uh
44 years old, according to the. In fact, happy 44th birthday yesterday, Asuka.
oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that
Happy
on
44th
WWE
birthday.
the
Obviously,
wrestling
from two of your biggest fans.
I'm not that big of a fan of Asuka.
I'm talking about your dog.
Actually, he is. He does like Asuka.
He is. I think it's the mask. I think he's big into that.
Um, but it was a good
But
match.
what if she's in the last of her run too, and so she's going to boost up EO, who's got more to go, and Kyrie as well, and so boost them up, and as they split away, she's like, "See ya, going home."
I think Asuka's got to be at least 2 more years. We won't be
Possibly,
seeing her. We won't be seeing her little exit for at least 2 years. I do believe, especially since she just came back from
true,
injury.
but you never know.
Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. But what we got away from was the EO and Stephanie match.
Yes,
Great
yes,
match.
great.
I don't recall any blunders happen in this match.
Nope.
Um,
Unlike SmackDown main event, and all I've done is hear about that, and I saw one picture, so I can't wait to watch that a little later on. But unlike that, these two didn't miss a beat. It was like watching a video game.
are you talking about the Tiffany match?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, it ended on a really weird spot, and I saw one picture, and I said, I of course got to watch this because the person that looked roughed up is normally the one that botches moves. So
I'm I don't understand why women have so much trouble, why there's so much more botches in women matches than men matches. I don't understand. What are they doing that's different?
there's there's still a lot in men's matches. There's a lot more you think they are, but I don't know if
It
the
gets
men
covered
just
up
we're
good.
not looking for it or something, or just they're masking it a little better. So I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a male female thing. It just I think it we're looking. Let me phrase this right so we don't get canceled. Uh, we're looking more in depth. That still sounds bad. We're looking differently. I guess we're scrutinizing women's matches a little more than men. Where men we get caught up more in the pageantry and the parading
The
of what they're
story.
doing.
Yeah, the story of
Where
what they're
we're
doing.
trying to where we look more at the athleticism of the women's matches, and I think that's where we're seeing it the misstep more as opposed to
Well,
just
what I think of when I think of women wrestling is lucha libre wrestling. There's a lot of blunder in lucha libre.
oh yeah,
And what it puts me in mind of is the WCW days of the cruiserweight matches when you had Juventud versus Eddie or
Billy Kidman,
La Parca
all those
who
guys.
somehow was in the cruiserweight matches. Um, it just that's what it puts me in mind of. But that's what makes this match with EO and Stephanie shine so much is that it wasn't.
Right.
Um, Stephanie's going to be. I picked Stephanie to win this. Stephanie's going to be a great champion. I think she's going to have the title for a minute, and actually, she might even hold on to it until Naomi comes back. Because
I
who
think
else do
before
you?
then, I was going to ask when do you think she's going to lose it if you had to say right now.
I say WrestleMania. That's what I'm saying. I think she holds on to it till WrestleMania.
I say
Because
Royal Rumble.
But see now, because I feel like the person that she's going to lose it to at WrestleMania is going to be the person that wins the Royal Rumble. Tiffany will lose her title before Stephanie does.
I don't know if Tiffany makes it to the end of the year.
I don't think she does. I think she'll be the one that loses it at Survivor Series. I think there's going to be something where it's going to be
Ooh.
like
Hmm.
a multi women match.
Yeah.
That way she doesn't look weak, but at the same time they could take the title off of her.
What about this? I just figured out who Stephanie's opponent should be if it was WrestleMania. What if it's Stephanie versus Rhea because Rhea wins the Royal Rumble?
And then they put the title back on Rhea like that.
They don't have to, but I mean,
I mean, I guess
who
they
else?
could because if Rhea goes all that time without the title, then I'd be. What about Alexa Bliss when she comes back? I mean, Liv Morgan when
Yeah.
she comes
Yep.
back.
Yep. Yep. That's what I was thinking.
Liv Morgan's
Or
going to be the one that takes the title off of her.
should Liv take it off of Tiffany or off of Stephanie though?
She's got to do Raw. She's got to do Raw because she's got some stuff to fix on.
But I also think when
Um,
she comes back that she's going to be face. So I kind of want her and Dominic to split off and go to
they're
SmackDown
going to.
and stay as faces, and Tiffany start getting a little more snotty and a little more bratty like she used to. And as you flip her, you get Liv coming in and go, look, we've all had enough of you. Give me that.
I feel it's going to be a great storyline when Liv comes back for what's going to go on with the Judgment Day. Her and Roxanne are going to have some great matches.
And
And
Roxanne is another one to keep in your back pocket. Within the next six
yes,
to 8 months, she will be a
she will
main
be a
eventer, and
champion.
she's that good.
Yes,
Honestly,
I
I
can
would
see
like to see Stephanie and Roxanne.
that actually might be her next opponent.
Be a good one.
Raquel is going to be in the middle of all this Roxanne and Liv because her and
Yep.
Roxanne are friends now.
Yep.
So I mean, we got a lot to look forward to with
We do.
that. But overall, and one thing we didn't mention, Undertaker came out and informed all of us
Yep.
that Stephanie
Cannot
McMahon is
forget
going to
this.
be the first inductee into the Hall of Fame for next year. I'm
Do
happy to
you
hear
think
that.
she was? Do you think she was genuinely surprised, or do you think she played it off really well? Because
I
I could see it coming before it happened, and I was trying to gauge if she was putting on an act or not.
I feel like she was surprised up until like when Undertaker sat down and started talking. I felt like that's when she was like,
She
"Wait,
started to go, something's up.
something's
Why is he
happening
up
here."
here? Yeah,
Yes,
I'm just
something's
sitting here
happening
hanging
here.
out. That's why he's like, oh, these are nice seats. I need to kind of check this out. She's like, yeah, you really should sometime. And then she started looking at him like, well, that's a good question. Why are you out here? Why did they
Yeah,
hand you a microphone, and why are you sitting next to me?
I don't think she knew it was going to happen, but I think she
I
had an
don't.
idea of what was going on when it did happen. And I've seen the Triple H's reaction in the back, and he teared up a little bit about it. He knew about it. Obviously, he's the one that set it up. But yeah. So I mean, I was happy to see that.
Oh,
She deserves to be there just
well deserved.
as much as you want to hate him, just as much
Sure.
as Vince McMahon deserves to be there, just as much as Shane McMahon deserves. There is no WWE without the McMahon family.
No. And that goes all the way up to Vince Sr.
Yes, is Vince Senior in there? I'm thinking he is, right?
I think so.
If he's not, I know he needs to be put in there.
Right?
But I mean, yeah. I give the PLE a 2.5 out of 5. And they
Yeah,
look
I'm
and
right
the
there
the
at
reason they got
three,
the reason
and
they
that's
got that
only because
high,
of those.
those two
You got a
matches, two and a
a
half
5 star
matches.
main event. You got a 4 to 4.5 in that tag match, and honestly, this match was at least fun. It was kind of more of a throwback than anything, but yeah, the other two I could have did without seeing them.
Yeah. All right then. Well, look at that.
But look at that, still time to spare, so we got time for a thing I wanted to kick in the end. I don't get a chance, and I also don't talk a lot about personal life on here. This is a good thing. Um, I have a nephew that probably doesn't watch this, which is good. That means I can talk about him. But he recently took up drumming. He's 15 now. He recently took up drumming about a year ago, and then he found out that his uncle Jeremy used to play in middle school, high school, and college. And so now every time I see him, he knows he can talk drumming with me because I may not be the foremost expert, but I did it long enough and I understand. I've been helping him out a little bit. And so the other night, in between posting shows, he saw I was on Instagram, and so he sent me a video of him, like just because I told him, I said, man, just record yourself and watch it. And you don't even have to send it to other people, but watch it, and you can see what you're doing and what you're not doing. And you'd be like, oh, I like this, I don't like this. I said, you'll learn a lot by doing that. Well, he sent me one of his videos, and not only is he pretty decent to be this early in the game, but proud uncle moment that he would send it to me and want me to critique it and things like that. So I appreciate him doing that out of the sake of the wrath of his mother. I'm not going to say his name on here, but proud uncle moment there. But I wanted to end the show with what is going to turn into another proud uncle moment. We both got to see the video debut of the Cottonmouth John Killings in his debut match the other night. And I got
Yes.
to say, bias aside, I thought he did pretty well.
Yes, yes. I was super proud uncle moment on that one. I was upset that that nobody informed me until the day of. I asked him, I was like, "Hey, bud, what happened?" He said, "Nah." He said, "I told Mama like a week
Mm.
ago to let you know." So my mom and his mom, my mom, which is his grandma, and his mom, which is my sister, both dropped the ball on that one. Um, but right after when I found out he was there, I told them, send me pictures. And I didn't know it was on YouTube. For those
Yeah.
of y'all that don't know, my nephew has been training for about 6 months at the most, maybe 4 months at the Dream. Is it the Dream Factory, or what's it called?
Nightmare Academy.
Nightmare Factory. Yes, at the Nightmare
Or
Factory.
Nightmare Factory, that's it. Yeah.
Um, and Thursday night was his first ever show. It was his first match, and you would not have known that was his first match.
No. No.
I want to give a shout out to Storm Rider, his opponent, also,
Yeah.
because you can dance by yourself, but it's not a great dance a lot of the time.
He was a good
Um,
dancer.
yes, Storm Rider, he did not carry the match. It was a
Nope.
back and forth. Um, and I asked my nephew afterwards. I said, because Storm's been wrestling for 6 months. And I asked him, I said,
Yep.
was he upset? At first, I asked, I said, hey, who decided on who was going to go over? He said, the coaches. I said, was Storm upset that he had to put you over? He said, not at all. He said he was excited, and he pretty much we protected each other. I asked him I said, so are you in pain? I said, did it hurt? He said, no. I asked him what hurt the most. He said, all of it. That going through that door. My
I don't
favorite
care.
part.
I don't care if it's a gimmick door. I don't care what you did to even soften that up. If you have ever went through even a small piece of plywood or even a piece of sheetrock, it still don't feel good.
Man, and he said, well, my favorite part of the entire match, like dude beat him up for most of the, like dude beat
Oh yeah.
Cottonmouth up for most of the match. And when he put him through the door, they laid there for a minute, and then you see Storm crawling out,
Yep.
and then my nephew stepped out and like, are we having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it, are we having fun? Um, man, like just like you, man, proud uncle moment.
Yeah.
My advice to him was, I said, dude, you looked good. Would never have guessed it was your first match.
No.
Keep doing it, man. I said, don't stop. And he said he's going to. He had a match last night, I'm thinking. I don't know. It was at
Okay.
the I don't know what it was. I'm gonna reach out to him and find out. But his name's Nathan. I'm not gonna get all the way because his wrestling name is Cottonmouth John Killings.
Killing. Yep.
Yes, and it is because of he's a huge John Moxley fan, and he's a huge Ron Killings fan.
And
And
he
he
loves
was
death matches. God bless
loves
his
death
soul.
matches. There is something wrong with this kid.
Yes.
There
Not
is
only
something
because,
wrong.
hey, look, I like John Moxley. I really appreciate him, especially the more I learn about him and everything. But my goodness, anybody who loves those death matches so much, it's not just hitting people with a bunch of weapons and crazy stuff. No, there is an actual method to that madness, and it's a beautiful thing. But my goodness, God bless you and your medical plan.
All right, yeah, I'm glad we was able. And hey, and as we as he has more matches and everything, we might,
Yeah,
if there's a way, we might have to catch one of his.
we might
Um,
because yeah, if I would have had a little bit of a heads up, I could have probably been not far from there where I was Thursday afternoon, so I probably could have popped in.
yeah, if both of us would have had a heads up, I guarantee. But I look forward to that. And you know what? Maybe we have a special guest. That could be our first special guest. I'll have to
Yeah,
see
because what
how his schedule is. Yeah.
I mean, or we could just interview him before or after a match over there if we happen to pop in because the backstage jabronis do want to go on the road a little bit. So there
Yeah.
are. I mean, I go to events a lot. You go to other stuff too. But at some point, you're going to see both of us in the same place. So maybe if the nightmare if the nightmare guys will have us, we'd love to pop in.
Well, just a heads up. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this on camera, but I don't.
It's
I mean, I
okay.
don't
Nobody
care.
listens. Nobody
Yeah,
watches.
nobody watches us anyway, right?
Just the millions and millions at home.
I was informed that at the last minute that family gets in free, so I could have showed up. Obviously, I mean, but regardless, even if it wasn't free, it was what, maybe $20. I would have paid just so
Less
those
than
guys
that.
got paid.
Sure.
But yeah, those my nephews, I got more pictures. Both of his younger brothers were there, and they got pictures with Cody. And that's something else too. They were in Florida Friday night. Cody, that's one thing I have to tip my cap to, dude.
Cody shows up. Cody is always in
Cody
his
was,
his place.
yes, like I was watching SmackDown last night, and I was like, wait, he was just in Atlanta last night. So that's dedication. He's letting you know, yeah, you're paying to take this course and to learn this wrestling. But also, I'm not just taking your money. You're going to see me. I'm going to be a part of this.
Absolutely.
So as much as I hate how much they're pushing this man, I love what he's doing for the next generation.
Well, like I said, I'm a big Rhodes family fan. I've said that. I really am. They do so many great things. But yeah, Nightmare, if you'll have us, then we'll have to pop in there sometime. But we've reached the end of the show. We're getting really close to the end of time. Thanks for
I
tuning
didn't
in to
have it
another
on.
great edition of the Backstage Jabronis. He's Daniel Snyder. I'm Jeremy York. We're the tag team champions of WWE Media, and we will see you guys next week. Deuces, gooses. Go watch wrestling.